Good evening, everybody. We will start our today's presentation session. And who have scheduled their presentation for today, please raise their hand. And we will go by raised hands order. So first is Byleen Janet Roy. You can start your presentation.
Sir, is my voice audible?
Yeah, it's audible.
Yes, sir. One sec, I'll start my presentation, sir. Sir, host has disabled participant screen sharing, sir. Can you give me the permission, sir?
Yes, yes, yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, sir. Shall I start now, sir?
Yes, start.
Yes. A very good evening to everyone, to the host and my fellow participants. Myself, Byleen Janet Roy, and I'm doing my cybersecurity hack with the intern here. And the task given to me is understanding the security layers and developing a presentation materials. First of all, before going into the presentation, let me just tell you why should we have the security layers in the very basic layman terms. Let us now first, we all must have known who are Avengers, right? The comic members who are the superheroes who save us from the villains, right? Imagine the Avengers are the security layers who protect us, the civilians, from the hackers who are the attackers, right? It is the simplest way to explain how the security layer works. First of all, why do we need a secure layer? To protect something valuable, right? In this case, our data is the most valuable thing, which must be secured in a very protective way. Now, let us go into the presentation. And in this presentation, we will be seeing about the introduction, importance of the security layers, what is physical security, what is internet security, and few demonstrations of how firewall works and so on. And finally, the conclusion. Now, let me get into the hook story. Yes, imagine two scenarios. One, a regular client and server system. What happens between the client and server? Let me just explain in a very layman manner. The client is the one who sends requests to the server, and server is the one who manages the request. Imagine if I'm being the client and Google being the server. I'll just ask him one thing, that I need to go to the Facebook, and I'll just type Facebook in the search box, and it will respond me at a faster manner, right? That's how the client and server works. What if there's an intermediate person who is known as a hacker stays in between? It is very dangerous, right? I'll be sending information, it passes through the hacker and it reaches the server. You may ask, what is the act of the hacker being the intermediate person? There is a huge disadvantage of that. What is that? Is my information, that is my personal information, which I wanted to share to the server, will be going through the hacker. So my information will be stolen by the hacker. You may ask me, who is hacker? Who is an hacker? What is the purpose of hacker? It is very simple. The person who steals the data of someone in an illegal manner. Stealing is illegal, right? So stealing the data, the one who steals the data is known as a hacker. Now, let me just tell you another scenario to compare this thing. Now, let me be the hacker and I want to attack someone's system. What will I do? I will just penetrate into your system. That is, I'll just get into your system and I will just steal the data, maybe through a pen drive or through any other sources, and I'll just leave. I'll just use the data either for blackmailing you and other stuffs and so on, so that I can gain money. I have a utmost goal of gaining money, or maybe hacktivism and so on. It's just like we may have a proper goal to which we have to work, and hackers have such goals too. And yes, this is how the hook story works. Like, we being the civilians here, and the perfect security layer being the Avengers here, and the hacker being the attackers who just come from anywhere to attack the civilians who are innocent. That's how the simple thing works. And why should we have a security layer? What is the need for the security layer? Of course, I told you already. It is for securing something valuable, right? That's what I have mentioned. You have to, if you want the answer for the question why, you should just think out, what if there is no such security? What if there is no security? I have told you one scenario, right? Avengers and civilians. What if there is no Avengers? What will happen? Those attackers will just come and destroy us from A to Z. That will happen, right? What if there is no protective walls in bank? Thieves will enter, they'll just take all the money, take all our money, and they'll just go. That is how the basic thing works, right? And we have to do in such a way that we have to build a protective vault in such a way so that the thieves can't enter into the vault of the bank and they can't steal. That is how the protective measure or the security layer works. And but how can we implement such security layers? I've told you the Avengers scenario, but it is just a fantasy thing, right? How can we implement it in a real life? How can we implement it for the cyber security thing? The cyber security is nothing but we are working through the internet, and everything is connected to internet, our systems, and so on. The person who peeps into our system using the internet is known as the hacker. And how can we secure such thing? We have three types of security for doing this. That is the physical security, the logical security, and network security. We'll just come to know about these things and going through the slides and so on. These are the main three security things which must be seen for providing the better security for a thing which must be secured. And yes, security layers. Objective of the security layers. That is, we have a security layer must have certain objectives which must be taken care, right? That is the prevention, detection, response, and recovery. You have to prevent something from it happening. We have to detect from what is happening, and we have to respond in a faster manner. And accordingly, we have to get the recovery if something is lost, right? And we have some layers of security. Let us go into it. And these are the 7 layers of security: the mission critical assets, data security, application security, endpoint security, network security, perimeter security, and human layer security. And to break into something, we have to break through each layers of security to get into the main vault thing, right? I told you about the bank. We have to get through the human security there. That is the person who is working as the security. You have to get through him. Then we have to get through the persons who are the administrators. Then we have to get through the safety walls, and only then the hacker, then only then the thief can get his hands over the money, right? There are some layers for the security, and such layers are used here too: the human layer, perimeter layer, network layer, endpoint layer, and application, data security, and mission critical assets. And in summary, the importance of the security layer, we just saw what is the importance and how the security can be given in such a way, and what are the layers of the security and how it can be prevented, detected, and response. And such things you'll be seeing in the upcoming presentation. Internet security. Of course, we all know what is internet. We are using it for our daily life, right? Like food and water, for sharing memes and stuff, for posting something, and to even express our talents. Internet plays a vital role in our life, right? It has become a regular food, like food and water. And why should we need security for internet? Of course, we all are connected through this medium known as internet. All our data, if you want to know about a person, just check his phone. We will be saying in such a way: what if that phone is connected to the internet? It's not a what if statement. It's happening today. Our phone is connected to the internet, and our data A to Z is also stored in the internet. What if the hacker gets his hand over those A to Z data? What can he do? He can just threaten you, and he can get more money to write. So internet security plays a vital role for machine to be safer, which is connected to the internet. The machine which is connected to the internet can only be safer if the internet security has a proper security measure. And yes, of course, it is for safeguarding the sensitive data, as I mentioned in the presentation too. And malicious attacks can be done over the internet security too. We all know what is a malicious. That is something which causes harmful to another one in an suspicious way, and so on and so on. And firewalls. I have to explain firewalls in a very, very easy manner. Imagine you have a wall in front of you which is just burning like something. It's so burning. And that other side of wall, you have a lion or something standing over there. Will that lion cross the wall? No, it will not, because the firewall will safeguard you from the lion, and you will be safer this side. That is how this firewall keeps you safer from many other malicious things. It gives the perfect internet security. Like how? We will be using internet, right? What if we are entering into a malicious website? Malicious website might lead to downloading the malware. What is malware is a virus or software which can just get into a computer and can steal every data or can give live response to the hacker and can steal the personal information. It is a tool used for stealing. That's it. And it will just help you from help you of not falling into such traps. Firewall is excellent material which is used for safeguarding yourself from such traps. And we have some types of firewalls too: the hardware firewall, software firewall, Windows firewall, next generation firewall, unified threat management firewall, virtual firewall, cloud firewall, and open source firewall. These all firewall are used for particular purpose, and these purpose remains the same, that is safeguarding you from the malicious website and malicious documents from being downloaded from the internet. That's it. And this is a screenshot of the Windows Defender, which is the famous firewall. And I took this Defender from my own PC, and I posted this screenshot to let you all know that we all have a firewall into our computer, which is pre-built into it. This firewall is very much efficient, and I advise you all to keep this, turn this on, so that you'll not fall into any malicious websites or download any malware that can be threatening to you later on. And intrusion detection system. What is intrusion? Of course, you can see in the GIF, right? Someone entering into your personal space without even knowing who is that, and so on and so on. Intrusion detection system are like watchdogs, digital watchdogs. They'll be continuing monitoring the network traffic for signs of unauthorized and malicious activities. They'll be what is intrusion? Someone who is getting into it in an unauthorized way. And what is detection? Knowing the person who is entering into it, and is a system used for doing the purpose. That is the word intrusion detection system. And it just enhances the proactive material of the internet security. That's it. And there are some encryption and secure protocols. We all should know what is encryption before going into this. Imagine if I have a text with me. Let the text be Apple. I want to send it to someone else who is far away from me through the internet. What if, can I send it in a regular way? Yes, I can, because there is not that much secure, and I may not have that much need with it. But what if that Apple is the password of the super vault? I must send it with encrypted manner. Encryption is something which is too simple. It is an unreadable format. No one else can crack it except the sender and receiver. In such way, I can just have a stronger protection of my password while sending. And decryption is nothing but the reverse process of encryption. That is, we'll be terming it as ciphertext. Ciphertext is nothing but the encrypted format of a text, and we will be deciphering it to get the regular password. And we can use the process of converting data into a code to prevent unauthorized access, regular software updates, strong passwords, network segmentation, employee training, incident response plan, and backup and recovery. What are these? These are secure protocols. Of course, we should have regular software updates. I'll tell you why. Because what if a newly released malware has been spreading everywhere through the internet, like a flu? We should get the advanced medicine, right? That advanced medicine will be sent to us via the regular software update to fight against the malware. So fighting against the malware can be done just by updating our system software. So it is better recommended to keep a system up to date, and it can fight against the software. I mean the malware. And strong passwords. In here, strong passwords are mentioned because there is a technique known as brute forcing. Brute forcing is nothing but the trial and error method. What all we will be doing in the max? We will be calculating again and again and again through epochs or iterations until the correct answer comes. That's a trial and error method, right? That is what is known as the brute force. It is used for passwords. Knowing about the person, they will be trying it again and again and again until the correct combination of numbers come. So having a strong password, that is with alphanumerical, it may involve some uppercase and lowercase, some special characters and so on, so that the strong password can be built. And network segmentation. Having a perfect segment of network which is well secured is very much important to follow the security protocols. And employee training. An employee must be trained. What if the employee is working under a huge organization? He will be provided with a personal laptop. They will be advising him not to use the external peripherals like USB. Peripherals is nothing but the USB, the pen drive, and so on, which can be connected externally. They'll be advising not to use those because it will be connected to the main server. I told about the client and server, right? They'll be connected to the main server. What if the malware is installed inside the pen drive? Everything will be spread and the total server may be clashed. It will be a huge disaster, right? So there should be an employee training and incident response plan. What if such thing happens? There should be immediate shutdown of the server. That is how this immediate incident response plan should be done. And what if the data has got wiped away? What if every data A to Z got wiped away? There should be a backup for us to get recovery, for to get recovered, right? That's how this works. And the physical security measure. The access control system is the fundamental component of physical security, ensuring that only authorized personnel can access certain areas. You might have come to an idea, right? Access control system is nothing but me being the server and you all being the client. I'll just make a plan that only person A should access my data, only person B should access my data. The person C has only read access to my data. The person D can also read and write in my data. In such way, I can give the access to anyone so that the particular person can have the particular access to control my data. And it gives a very secured manner. That is, no other third persons can come and access it. Not an open platform for everyone to access. It's a closed platform. In such a way, I'll be allowing only few persons to control my data and so on. And internet. Firewalls are crucial for safeguarding networks from cyber threats. As I said earlier, that is how firewall works, and it gives the perfect internet security. And it is inbuilt. It is given as an inbuilt software for every OS and so on. And this is the reference. These are the sites from where I took my reference. One is from GoMine site, and another is from Tutorials Point. And I major referred it from ChatGPT and so on. They all helped me in such a way that I could share all my thoughts to everyone. And for contact, you can mail me through this ID, and I'll be answering for every questions. And at last, we saw about the holistic security approach. That is, why should we have security? What is the need of security? How can we apply security? And we saw about adapting to evolving threats. We also how the threats can affect us through the physical layer and through the internet layer and so on. And safeguarding assets. And I just told you about the firewall so that assets can be safeguarded in such a way. And the prevention, detection, response, and recovery. And individual and organization responsibility. That is, I told you about the peripheral thing, right? It is very sensitive thing. We all must also know how it works, so that we'll not be getting pen drive from any unauthorized people, or maybe any non-company persons, or any third persons who we didn't know. They may install a malware and give us, and they may crash our entire system, or may steal our entire data and so on. So we must get aware about this too. And continual learning and improvement. Learning and getting everyday's technological advancements will help us to know about how the cyber threats are happening and how people are standing against those cyber threats. And we can also improve ourselves. I already told that malware can just spread everywhere like a flu, right? What if we being one of the victim for that flu? We should be aware enough to fight against the flu, that is the malware, and should not lose any data, or should not fall to any trap that the hacker may leave for us to. We should stay vigilant. Yes, we should update our systems, and we should do the things necessity for us not to fall into the trap. That's it. And any questions? This is a question session. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Are you done?
Sir, yes, sir.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Your flow was good. Everything you explained very well, and try to add some pictures to the PPT.
Okay, sir.
And don't just add that memes, okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
Yeah, okay. Everything else
Yes,
was
sir.
good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Next, we have Rinki. You can stop sharing the screen.
Yeah, 1 sec, sir. Did I stop my sharing, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rinki, you can start.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are.
And my screen is visible?
Yes.
So, greetings everyone. My name is Rinki and I am from Cloud Computing Department. And my project name is Cloud Engineering Internship Program. And the task allotted to me is to set up an Amazon RDS instance. So, companies these days are handling more data than ever, an average of 163 terabyte, according to a survey by IDG. Efficiently storing, processing, and analyzing this data is essential in order to glean valuable insights and make informed business decisions. Yet the question remains, what is the best way to store enterprise data? For many use cases, the most appealing choice is relational database. So move to the next slide. These are the table of content that I discussed in my PPT. That is, what is database, Amazon RDS, then RDS concepts, RDS database engines, demonstration, and features of RDS, and in the last, conclusion. So move to the next slide. Now, what is database? Every application needs a place to store data from users, devices, and the application itself. Databases are important backend systems that are used to store, manage, update, and analyze data for all types of application, from small back office system to mobile and consumer web application with global scale. Now, database options. On-premises database, self-managed database, on cloud, Amazon Redshift, Amazon DynamoDB, Amazon RDS. These are the database options. So first we discuss about on-premises databases. These are traditional databases that you host and manage on your own server. Next is self-managed databases on cloud. This is when you install your own database software, such as an EC2 instance. Next, we discuss about Amazon Redshift. Amazon Redshift is a fully managed data warehouse solution from AWS that allows you to store and query large volumes of analytical data. It is fast and scalable, providing a 10x performance lift over other data warehouses by using machine learning and parallel processing of queries. Again, storage held on very high performance disks. Next, we discuss about DynamoDB. Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed document and key value database. It includes features for multi-master, multi-region used along with built-in security, automated backup and restoration, and in-memory caching. DynamoDB can provide support for serverless web apps, microservices, and mobile backends. So in last, we discuss about Amazon RDS. Amazon RDS is a managed relational database service that includes 6 different database options. These include AWS Oracle, PostgreSQL, AWS MySQL, MariaDB, SQL Server, and Amazon Aurora. Next, we discuss about what is Amazon RDS. So, Amazon Relational Database Service is a managed SQL database service provided by Amazon Web Services. Amazon RDS supports an array of database engines to store and organize data. It also helps in relational database management tasks like a data migration, backup, recovery, and patching. Amazon RDS facilitates the deployment and maintenance of relational databases in the cloud. Cloud administrators use Amazon RDS to set up, operate, manage, and scale relational instances of cloud databases. Amazon RDS itself is not a database. It is a service used to manage relational databases. Now move to the next slide. Now we discuss about the RDS concept, DB instance, DB engine, DB security group. These are RDS concept. First, we discuss about DB instance. A instance is an isolated database environment running in cloud. It is basic building block of Amazon RDS. A database instance can contain multiple user-created databases and can be accessed using the same client tools and applications you might use to access a standalone database instance. DB instances are simple to create and modify with the AWS command line tool, Amazon RDS API operations, or the AWS Management Console. Next, we discuss about DB engines. DB engines, it is the specific relational database software that run on our DB instance. A database engine is an underlying software that is a database management system. In this case, Amazon RDS uses to create, read, update, and delete data from your database. This is roughly analogous to the operating system on your computer, and your database engine represent a fundamental building block of your database. And in last, we discuss about DB security groups. A DB security group is a virtual firewall that controls the access to our DB instances. We can manage our DB security group using AWS Management Console, AWS CLI, and AWS SDKs. Now move to the next slide. We discuss the database engines. There are mainly 6 database engines. That is Amazon Aurora, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Microsoft SQL, MySQL, and Oracle. First, we discuss about Amazon Aurora. Unlike Amazon RDS, Amazon Aurora is designed specifically with the cloud in mind. It is a fully managed MySQL and PostgreSQL compatible relational database that combines the performance and availability of traditional enterprise databases with the simplicity, customizability, and cost effectiveness of open source databases. Next, we discuss about MariaDB. MariaDB is also a free and open source database engine. It began as a fork of the MySQL database management system made by the original MySQL creator, fearing possible development control from Oracle. It is often positioned as an improved version of MySQL with better performance compared to its predecessor. Next, we discussed about PostgreSQL. PostgreSQL is an object relational database system that is ACID compliant. It is more advanced than MySQL based solution, but this brings increased complexity that can impact performance. Despite this, PostgreSQL is highly popular, stable, and good for startups who have complicated database requirement or who need a low maintenance solution once the initial setup is completed. Next, we discuss about Microsoft SQL Server. SQL Server is Microsoft's priority database engine. As with Oracle, it's generally best suited for larger companies with large static data set who already use Microsoft SQL as a core part of their business. It is generally not a good choice for startup. One advantage of using Microsoft SQL with RDS is the license included model, which means you don't need to separately procure Microsoft SQL Server license when you are using Amazon RDS. Next, we discuss about MySQL. MySQL is one of the most popular database engine in the world. It is free and open source. However, the main supporting company was acquired by Oracle in 2010. It is typically fast, very robust, and compatible with many different operating systems. Amazon RDS support MySQL Community Edition version 5.7 and 8.0. Generally, MySQL solutions are used for database that only require simple read-write function and with strong performance. And in last, we discuss about Oracle. Oracle is a cross-platform management system built specially for large commercial use cases. Oracle is what you see in what you get solution and cannot be customized by the startup using it. While it is a possible choice for companies that need to deal with large quantities of data, it is not useful for smaller companies. So move to the next slide. Now I would like to give a live demonstration. So go to AWS Management Console. Then sign in to the console. Put your user ID. Next, put your password. Then sign in. Now go to services, then all services, view all services, and now go to database and navigate RDS. This is the dashboard of Amazon RDS. Now we have to create an database. Create a database, click on databases. Then click on create database. Here we see two database creation method, that is standard create and easy create. So I use standard create because in standard create, manual set all of the configuration options, including ones of availability, security, backups, and maintenance. And in easy create, AWS recommended best practices configuration. So I use standard create. Next is engine option. So there are many engine options, but I select MySQL. MySQL is the most popular open source database in the world. MySQL on RDS offer the rich features of the MySQL Community Edition with the flexibility to easily scale compute resources or storage capacity for your database. So next. Engine version by default, I use by default engine version. Then templates. Here I use free tire. Because I'm using free tire, availability and durability are hide from here. Then DB instance identifier. Here I put the name to DB instance. That is. Then master username. That is used for login ID for the master user of your DB instance. That is, I use RDS. Then give master password. Next, confirm the master password. Then instance configuration. Here I use 2 core CPUs and 1 GB RAM, T3 micro, T3 micro. And in storage, I use by default storage options. Then connectivity. For connectivity, we use virtual private cloud. The VPC defines the virtual networking environment for this DB instance. Public access, yes. By using yes, RDS assign a public IP address to the database. Amazon EC2 instance and other resources outside of the VPC can connect to your database. Resources inside the VPC can also connect to the database. Next, password authentication. Then create database. It takes 5 minutes to create a database. Our status is creating. So move to our presentation. Now we discuss about our features of Amazon RDS. Simplicity, scalability, cost-effective, high available and durable, secure. These are the features of Amazon RDS. First of all, we discuss about simplicity. It manages time consuming database administration tasks, including backing up. Next, we discuss about scalability. You can scale your database compute and storage resources with only a few mouse clicks or an API call, often with no downtime. Many Amazon RDS engine types allow you to launch one or more real replicas to offload read traffic from your primary database instance. Next, we discuss about cost effective. According to AWS, customer only pay for what they use. Also, the time spent maintaining instance is reduced because maintenance tasks such as backups and patching are automated. Next, we discuss about high available and durable. Amazon RDS runs on the same highly reliable infrastructure used by other Amazon Web Services. When you provision a multiple availability zone DB instance, Amazon RDS replicates the data to a standby instance in a different availability zone. Amazon RDS has many other features that enhance reliability to critical production databases, including automated backup, database in snapshot, and automatic host replacement. And in last, we discussed about secure. Amazon RDS makes it easy to control network access to your database. Amazon RDS also lets you run your database instance in Amazon Virtual Private Cloud, enabling you to isolate your database instance and connect to your existing IT infrastructure through an industry standard encrypted IPVPN. Many Amazon RDS engine type often encryption at rest and encryption in transit. So move to the next slide. Here is the conclusion. Amazon RDS is fully managed service provided by AWS that makes it easy to deploy, scale, and maintain relational based database in the cloud. Amazon relational database is chosen from among various other services and it is highly available, scalable, and provides many security features. One of the major reasons is standby, as one can use the standby database when the disaster strikes. Backing up and restore is also very easy through Amazon RDS. Moreover, the user can take consistent and on-demand snapshot as long as the user wants. This helps to create the new way for the industry to feed their customer in better way. So move to the next slide. These are the references I used in my presentation. If anyone have any question, please ask me. Thank you.
Rinki, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you haven't completed the demo.
Sorry, sir.
Demo? You haven't completed the demo.
Sir,
Or that was all.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Did you complete the demo?
Yes. Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was all. Is it anything more to demo or that's all?
Sir, that's all. That is was sir status is backing up. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, endpoint and port are used for connecting our data, connecting our MySQL to database.
So, okay. So
Yeah,
how to
that's all.
connect the database?
Sir, copy this endpoint.
Okay.
Then we make master ID, then username, master
Okay.
ID and password. Copy these and then connect with
Okay. And how we upload database?
Sorry, sir.
How we upload the database? Like you are using SQL, right?
SQL.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how can we upload data to database?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. So anyway, do you know the limits of the database? There should be a limit, right? That this much of data you can upload. Do you know the limit of DB instance?
Sorry, sir.
Do you know the limit of database? Like how much of data you can upload?
Sorry, sir, but I didn't research about that.
Okay, it's 3 TB. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it depends upon the engine. For SQL, it's 3 TB. For DB, it's 16 TB. Okay. So try to research something else on. Don't just focus on the differences. Try to go in depth because you have to do all this when you join a company or when you present something. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. And try to add a story to your presentation
Okay, sir.
so that the audience will get a better understanding.
Okay, sir.
And everything else was fine.
Okay, sir.
You can stop sharing your screen. Next, we have Kirti.
I'm audible, sir?
Kirti, you can start your presentation. Yes, you are audible.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You can start.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, it's visible.
So welcome to my presentation. My project name is Cloud Engineering Internship Program, and my task name is Get Started with AWS S3. So today we will know about Get Started with AWS S3. So today's agenda is to know about what is S3, benefit of S3, object and bucket in S3, and live demonstration and conclusion. And what is S3? S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. Amazon S3 as an object storage service from Amazon that industry leading scalability, availability, security, and performance. Industry leading scalability. S3 is a cloud-based storage service that offer industry business a cost-effective and efficient way to store and share data. And data availability, S3 standard storage class is designed for 99.99% availability. And data security, S3 is the only object storage service that allow you to block public access to all of your objects at the bucket, your object at the bucket or the account level with S3, block public access and performance. Amazon S3 provide highly scalable, accessible, and reliable object storage through web interface. And what is S3? It has simple management capability that allow you to organize your data and fine-tune access control to match your specific commercial, organizational, and compliance need. Amazon S3 is designed for durability and saves data from millions of apps for business all over the world. And move to the next slide. Benefit of S3. Basically, S3 provide performance, scalability, availability, and durability. They are unrivaled in the industry, and it is very cost effective, and it provides security, compliance, and auditing capability that are unrivaled. It is easy to manage data and access permissions. It is on-demand processing, and S3 is most widely used cloud storage service. And object and bucket in S3. Objects are fundamental entities stored in Amazon S3. It consists of its data as well as metadata. S3 cannot access the content or data inside the object. It can only read the metadata associated with the object. It allocated a unique version ID for the object when some data is added to the bucket. Bucket are the containers where objects are stored and then upload to Amazon S3. There will never be an object without a bucket. There is no window explorer like hierarchy, and one can create a bucket in any region of the world which is close to you. And S3 is a global service and global service. In simple language, object S3 is a in a simple language, objects are the entities which are stored in an S3 buckets. And go to your live domination. So is my screen visible?
No, your screen is not visible.
My screen is visible, sir?
Yeah, it's visible.
So firstly log into our AWS account, and I have already logged my account, and go to the service. And you can also search S3 on the search bar. So type S3. You can also search on the search bar, and my network issue is strong. You can also search on the search S3 in the search bar, and this is S3. You just click on S3. Sorry, sir, my network is very down. Sorry, sir, there are network issue. Can I leave and rejoin this?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
Sorry, sir.
We will wait for Kirti for a minute. Kirti is having problem. So, Swetha, you can start your presentation. Swetha. Okay, Manoj, you can start.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Sir, thank you. Good evening, sir. Myself, Manoj Manchikatla. I am from Web Developer Group. My project is real-time stock market data web application, and my task of this presentation is getting started and full. Sorry, sir, I have edited. Wait a second. So 1 minute, please. Sorry for disturbance. Sorry for the disturbance. So my task is reading HDFCBANK's CSV file data and plotting a graph in an Adalo app. So we're going to see the index of this presentation is first we're going to see task instruction. and then introduction of the task, and the tools and technology that is used in this making Adalo app. And we want to see the demonstration of my Adalo app website, and at last conclusion and the references that I have used while making this presentation. So what is real-time stock market data web application? Real-time stock market data web application is a data web based app to provide the user with information about the stock of the company in an easy and understand way. In this application, user can analyze the data through graph visualization. In this platform, user will get information about the lowest, highest price of data, and the user can also have knowledge about the open and open and closing price of the stock market. And the user can also have the knowledge about the amount and the volume of the stock market company market available. So what is Adalo app? Adalo is a non-code platform to create apps and website in an easy way. Adalo provides a virtual environment to drag and drop components to create the website. Adalo provides many types of components like form, buttons, icons, characters, and many more. Adalo also integrates with third-party application APIs to create functionalities like authentication and data storage. Adalo also provides a real-time preview of the website. There are many available in the market. So why we have to use only Adalo? Firstly, while creating a website, we'll have not to use only coding. And the second point is rapid app development, through Adalo we can develop our app rapidly, and it is also a cost-effective solution. And in Adalo, there is also available of community support. There are many pre-built components available in the Adalo. Here, some of them are listed below. Firstly, there are buttons, forms, list, navigation, cards, image and media, maps, and authentication, and many more. So, what is line chart? A line chart is a type of data visualization that shows the information by connecting a straight lines. A user can have knowledge about the stocks, prices, high prices, low prices by seeing the line charts. Generally, a line chart is used to show trends and relations between two variables over a continuous time period. So, why a user have to use a line chart? By using the line chart, the user can analyze the data trends, fluctuation, and patterns of prices of stocks of the company available. So this is the line chart. In the x-axis, the prices are mentioned of the stocks, and in the y-axis the prices are mentioned, and in the x-axis the dates are mentioned below. The graph is drawn by connecting a straight line. So if we can see there is a no pattern found. So there is a fluctuation. There is a high fluctuation. And we're going to see a demo that I have built. So this is the CVC that is provided by me to show it by using the line chart of Adalo. This is an Adalo interface. Here I have added a screen named HDFCBANK. In this, this is the high price, and this is the low price. Here, the database also available. I have added a CSV file to this file. Here we can see I have imported the CSV file. This is the records that present in this CSV file. What happened? This is the line chart. This is the high, and this is the low. Sir, I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you are audible.
Sir, actually, my screen is now not. Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. So this is the line chart for I prices. I have connected it to the HDFC database that I have linked. Uh, in the x-axis, I have mentioned the HDFC dates, and in the y-axis, I have mentioned the high value of stock market. This is the low price data line chart. I have also connected it to the HDFC database. In the y-axis, I mentioned the HDFC date, and in the y-axis, I mentioned the low price, and in the x-axis, I mentioned the date. So we are going to see a preview of this data web application, Adalo app. So it's taking time some. Yes, sir. So this is the high price, and this is the low price. That's it. Is the Adalo app. So back to the presentation. In the conclusion part. In conclusion, we have learned about the graph plotting in Adalo app. In the line graph, Adalo accepts the data in the learn about the line charts and the importance in the stock market, and also learn about the filtering, sorting data in Adalo for graph plots. These are the references that I have used while making this PPT. Firstly, this is a chat GPT. I have collected the information to this, and this is the official website of Adalo.com. And I have also seen the stock market values of HDFC to this website. Thank you, sir. Anybody has any questions? So free feel to ask me. This is my email ID, and this is my GitHub link. Thank you, sir.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
I have some questions.
Yes, sir.
How many type of graphs does it support?
How many type of graphs?
Yeah, it means how many type of can it generate?
So pie chart, a line chart, bar graph, and many more. So I have seen only this in Adalo app.
And what is the accuracy rate of the data?
Accuracy rate. So what
Yeah.
we have mentioned in a database, it will also reflect in the web page.
Okay. And the other things are that try to add a story to your presentation for better understanding. Add a short
Okay, sir.
story. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And rehearsal before presenting so that you won't fumble anymore. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Everything else was fine.
Thank you, sir.
You will
Sir,
be
may I leave?
by mail. Yes.
May I leave now?
Yeah, you can.
Sir, may I know when will I get the score?
As
this
soon as I'm done
presentation?
with this meeting, within 48 hours.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Kirti, you want to continue your presentation?
I'm audible, sir?
Yes, you are. You want to continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, continue.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Just like I think it's loading. Yeah, it's visible.
So firstly, log into your AWS account and go to the service. And you can also search and type S3. Sorry, sir, there are two network issues.
Okay. What to do now? When you get a good connection now, then you can give your whole presentation again. Okay.
Sir, where I'm location, there are 144 app forcing it and sometime network stop there.
Okay. So do you want to continue?
Sir, I leave and rejoin and wait my turn.
Okay. Okay. Harsh, Aditya, you continue until Kirti stabilizes his network.
Hello,
Kirti, you
am I
can
audible?
stop sharing your screen and you can mute yourself.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yes.
Okay. Can I
Yeah,
share my
Harsh,
screen?
continue.
Can you see this? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, visible.
Okay, okay. So, one second. So, good evening, everyone. I will be giving a presentation on the stock screener application, and we will be understanding some of the trading view screeners and all. So let's get going with the presentation. So at first it comes the introduction part. So in this presentation, we will delve into the world of the stock market data and explore various sources of information as well as the essential techniques in technical indicators used in stock market analysis. It's very evident that if we invest some money in a stock market analysis, we should have the knowledge of the essential technical indicators. So we will be covering different filters and parameters used to screen stocks, understand the significance of technical indicators, and explore popular sources of stock market data. So let's dive in. So the contents that I will be presenting in this presentation will be as follows. First, I'll be explaining about the sources of stock market data. Secondly, I'll be talking about the technical analysis in stock market data. Afterwards, we'll be seeing filtering parameters for a stock market, then database design and demo, challenge first, question and answer, and at last, we'll be concluding the presentation. So starting with the sources of stock market data. So from where do we get that stock market data? So I have listed down two very famous stock market data accumulator, that is Yahoo Finance and Alpha Vantage. And there are many other potential data sources as well, but these two are quite famous. So we'll be talking about these two. So let's first see about Yahoo Finance. So Yahoo Finance is a popular platform that provides a wide range of financial information, including stock quotes, charts, news, and company profiles. It offers features such as portfolio tracking, customizable watch lists, and historical data. And now we'll be seeing what are the filtering options and the parameters available in the Yahoo Finance. So Yahoo Finance allows us to filter stocks based on various parameters such as price range, market capitalization, sector, and financial ratios. These filters help narrow down the list of stocks based on a specific criteria. Now, Yahoo Finance also provides real-time and historical data for stocks, including price, volume, market indices, and fundamental matrices. The platform is known for its reliable and comprehensive data, making it a trusted source for stock market information. Secondly, we'll be looking what about Alpha Vantage. So Alpha Vantage is a financial data provider that offers API. We all know what API is. So API is application programming interfaces and it uses the API for accessing real-time and historical market data. It provides features such as time series data, technical indicators, fundamental data, and sector performance. API capabilities and data endpoints will be seeing Vantage APIs allows developers to retrieve stock market data programmatically. The APIs provide endpoints for accessing various data sets, including price and volume data, company fundamentals, technical indicators, and more. So Alpha Vintage offers a wide range of technical indicators that can be used for stock market analysis, such as moving averages, RSI, MACD, and Bollinger Bands. All these terms we will be discussing in the later part of the presentation. It also allows users to apply filters based on a specific criteria to screen stocks. Now, what are the other potential data sources? So Bloomberg Terminal is one, Google Finance is one, Quandl is one, Interactive Brokers is one. So first of all, if we talk about the Bloomberg terminal, it is a professional platform that provides comprehensive financial data, analytics, and trading tools. It is quite widely used by financial professionals for in-depth market analysis. Google Finance is also a web-based platform that offers stocks, quotes, charts, news, and financial information. While it may not provide as extensive data as other sources, it can be useful for quick reference. Quandl is a platform that provides a wide range of financial, economic, and alternative data. It offers a vast collection of datasets that can be used for quantitative analysis and research. Interactive Brokers is a brokerage firm that provides
Looks like she's having a problem. We will wait for a minute to join him again. Kirti, did you solve your problem with the network?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can continue. We will wait. Archan. Kirti, you continue.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes.
So just click on service and click on S3. So firstly, we need to create bucket and just click on create bucket. And put your bucket name. My put your bucket name and scroll down. AWS S3 is a global service. You can access now from anywhere, anytime. And scroll down and just click on create bucket. Oh, bucket name be a unique name. Okay, so just scroll down and click on create bucket. After that, we you can see that bucket is create my AWS bucket S3 demo. Okay. Um, in this bucket, you can add file, add folder easily. Just click on upload and add file. Like bucket and just open. So you can see that we can create a bucket and upload the object as data. This is how to create a bucket and upload data. So move to the last slide, conclusion. Amazon S3 is a scalable, high durable and reliable service to build and manage a secure data lake at scale. Amazon S3 is one of the most widely adopted cloud storage solution on the market. It is easy to use, durable and cost effective even as your data is increased. Thank you so much, sir. Are there any questions? Please ask. And sorry for disturbance, sir. I have done my PPT, sir.
Okay, are you done?
Yes, sir.
I have some questions.
Yes, sir.
What is the full form of S3?
Sir, simple storage service.
Okay, and what type of data does it stores?
Sir, files folder, like a picture, entire folder.
Or you can say it can store anything.
No, sir. Add file, add folders. Files like
No,
pictures.
like I have a PDF. Can it store it?
Yes, sir.
I have a Python file in py format. Can it store it?
Sorry, sir.
I have a Python file
Yes, sir.
in py. It will be in py format, right?
Yes, sir.
Can it store?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. It can store any data, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Try to add a short story to your presentation for better understanding of audience.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And we can't do anything about your net.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
No issues.
Yes, sir.
Everything else was good. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Swetha, you can continue. Yes. Kirti, do you have any questions?
Thank you, sir.
Swetha, continue.
Sir, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Sir, is my screen is visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Good evening, all. Good evening, sir. I'm J. Swetha from Cloud Computing Department. Today, I'm going to present a topic on set up a Amazon RDS instance. These are the content for my presentation. First, let me know why we choose Amazon RDS. Basically, Amazon RDS is a relational database storage. We used to store our data into the database system. Basically, Amazon RDS follows key encryption policy to encrypt our data into the database system. This is the main feature in the Amazon RDS over the other database system. And also Amazon RDS has a features like automated backup and high performance, high scalability, and etc. Introduction to Amazon RDS. What is Amazon RDS? Basically, Amazon RDS is a managed database service by Amazon Web Services, and Amazon RDS is managed by simple database engines like MySQL, Oracle, and MariaDB, etc. These are the DBs we used to store our data into the database system, and we can also modify our data in the database system. And also we can back up our data into the database system, and also we can set up a instance and maintenance and high performance and high scaling, etc. Advantages of using Amazon RDS for database management system. Basically, Amazon RDS provides automated backup, high performance, and high availability, and also it allowing developer to focus on the applications rather than the database management system, and easy setup. It automated database provisioning and scalability and high availability. And also we can easily set up our Amazon database system into the database. Choose a database engine. We have a MySQL server, Oracle, and MariaDB. These are the database engines we have to store our data into the database system. And the factors to consider when choosing the database engine: application and capability. To ensure the engine support your application requirement, and also performance and scaling, consider the database overload and future growth needs. Licensing cost. Evaluate license expenses for each database engines. And selecting an instance type. We have 4 main instance in the database system. First one is db.t2.micro, a low-cost entry-level instance with a small amount of CPU and memory. And also it is suitable for low-traffic application and testing purpose. And another one is db.m5.large. It is a balanced instance type with a good combination of CPU and memory resources, and also it is suitable for small to medium sized database and general purpose workload, and also db.R5, it is another one instance type. It is a memory optimized instance with a large memory capacity, and also it is ideal for memory intensive applications like caching and data analysis. And the final one is a db.m4.2x large. It is a previous generation instance type that provides a good balance of CPU and memory. It is suitable for legacy application and medium-sized database. And features, Amazon RDS has a high availability. We can store high available of data into our database system, and it follows encryption and security policy, and also it provides a backup option, and pricing also it is affordable compared to other cloud services. And let me show you a demonstration of our database creation. First, we have to log in into our AWS account, then click on to the search bar, then search Amazon RDS. Then click on to the create database. First, choose the database creation. Since we have two types of database creation, like standard create and easy create. Since standard create is a creation where we can manually set up our availability, scalability, backup, and maintenance option. In easy create, some of our configuration can be changed after the database is created. Since I am choosing a standard create because I am setting manually availability security options in this database. The another type is engine option. We have many type of engine options like Maria, Aurora, MySQL, Oracle, and Microsoft SQL Server. I am selecting a MySQL. You can select any of the database as per your requirement. Then select the engine version. Here I am selecting MySQL.0.33. Then the template, since I'm using a free trial account, I'm selecting a free trial account. This free trial account provides a develop new application and text existing application or gain hands-on experience with Amazon RDS. Since I am using a free trial account, my availability and durability option is disabled. And we finally came our setting part. I am setting my database system name. Here I am setting DB instance 1. Then the master username is admin as default. Then we have to set our database password, and you can also auto-generate a password by clicking auto-generate password. Sorry, I'm entering a wrong password. Sorry for wasting your time. Sorry. Sorry for wasting your time. Here I'm successfully entered my password. Then the instance configuration. Here I'm selecting my instance configuration burstable class because I'm using a free trial account. My standard classes and memory optimized classes are disabled. And the selecting a instance type, I am selecting a db.t3.micro because of in this with we have a 2 CPUs and 1 GB RAM and storage. Here I am allocating a storage 20. It is a default storage in this Amazon RTS. We can increase our storage based on your requirement. And connectivity, here I am selecting here don't connect to a easy to compute resources because you can manually set up a connection to your compute resources later. And I'm setting a virtual private cloud default. And I'm giving my database into a public access because I can connect any IP address with my database. And if you want to add another VPC security, you can also add. I'm using a launch wizard. And for database authentication, click on to the password authentication. Then finally click on to the create database. It took it takes more than 5 minutes to create a database. Instead of wasting time, I'm already create a database system in MySQL. Here, this is the database system. Here the status is available and the VPC and the VPC security group and it can be publicly accessible and the port number. These are the properties of database. Then conclusion. We came to the conclusion part. In conclusion, Amazon RDS offers a fully managed and scalable database solution with a variety of engine options like MySQL, Oracle, MariaDB, and etc. It simplifies the database setup, maintenance, and monitoring, allowing developers to focus on their application with the features like automated backup, multi-asset deployment, and read reflex. RDS ensure high availability and performance. These are the references I used for this presentation. Then thank you. If you have any question, you can ask me now.
Are you done, Swetha?
Yes, sir.
I have some questions.
Yes, sir.
Like it's your, you said it is your public cloud storage, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I want to share a file with you, how can I share it?
Sir, here I'm sharing my IP address to you.
Okay.
Then you can share with me through my IP address
Does it will
also.
require a password or not?
No, sir, because it is a public account.
Can I edit that file, like delete it or copy it or move it?
Yes, sir, you can.
No, actually, I can't. It's your database. I only have permission to upload it. I can't delete it. I can't move it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Just try some things. Do some experiments, so you will learn it more. And
Okay, sir.
try to add some pictures to your PPT.
Okay,
And
sir.
add a little story for better understanding for audience.
Okay, sir.
Everything else was fine. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You can stop sharing your screen. Harsh, you can continue.
Yeah, I'll continue the presentation. Actually, I got disconnected in mid.
Yeah, continue.
Okay, so should I resume the presentation from where I left?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. One second. Now is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Oh. Yeah. So I was talking about the exponential moving average. So EMA gives more weight to recent prices compared to older prices. It uses a mathematical formula that applies greater significance to the most recent data points, making it more responsive to recent price changes. Whereas what we saw in SMA is in the contrast with EMA. So interpretation and uses in the trend analysis, moving averages are used to identify trends in stock prices. They help smooth out short-term price fluctuations and provide a visual representation of the stock's overall directions. Crossover between different moving averages can indicate potential buying or selling opportunities. Now we'll be talking about the RSI. What RSI's full form is Relative Strength Index. So the first of all, we should know how it's calculated and how it should be interpreted. So the calculation and interpretation part is RSI is calculated using a formula that compares the average gain and average loss over a specified period. It generates a value between 0 and 100. Values above 70 suggest that the stock is overbought, while values below 30 suggest it is oversold. Overbought and oversold conditions signifies that RSI is used to identify overbought and oversold levels, which can indicate potential reversals in price directions. Overbought conditions suggest a possible downward correction, while oversold conditions suggest a potential upward correction. It's a very general intuition that if something is overbought, so it should suggest if the conditions are overbought, it should suggest a possible downward correction. Whereas if it's oversold, it should suggest a potential upward correction. So momentum confirmation and divergence. So RSI can confirm the momentum of a stock's price movement. If the RSI is rising along with the stock price, it indicates a strong upward momentum. Conversely, if the RSI is falling while the stock price is rising, it may indicate a potential divergence and a weakening price trend. Now we'll be knowing about what is moving average divergence, that is MACD. So MACD is calculating by subtracting the 26-day exponential moving average from the 12-day EMA. The signal line is typically a 9-day EMA of the MACD line. The histogram represents the difference between the MACD line and the signal line. Signal crossovers and trend reversal indications. MACD signal line crossovers with the MACD line can indicate potential buying or selling opportunities. When the MACD line crosses above the signal line, it generates a bullish signal and vice versa. So what is bullish and bearish? Bullish and bearish divergence analysis. Divergence occurs when the MACD line and the price of a stock move in opposite directions. Bullish divergence suggests a potential trend reversal from bearish to bullish, while the bearish divergence suggests a potential trend reversal to from bullish to bearish. So we will be knowing about some other notable technical indicators. So the first one is Bollinger Bands. So Bollinger Bands consist of a moving average and two standard deviation lines. They help identify price volatility and potential overbought or oversold conditions. The second is a stochastic oscillator. The stochastic oscillator compares a stock's closing price to its price range over a specified period. It provides insights into overbought and oversold levels. Average Direction Index ADX measures the strength of a trend. Higher ADX values suggest a stronger trend, whereas lower values indicate a weaker trend or consolidation. So what is Fibonacci retracement? Fibonacci retracement is a tool used to identify potential support and resistance levels based on Fibonacci ratios. It helps determine areas where price corrections may end and the original trend may resume. So we will be knowing what is the filtering parameter for stock screening. So there are three, that is price related filters, volume related filters, and fundamental filters. I'll like to apologize for the time because it's a very theoretical topic. So I'll have to cover the topics in detail. So going on with the price related filters, minimum and maximum price ranges, setting minimum and maximum price thresholds help filter stocks based on their affordability or exclusion of low priced penny stocks or high priced penny stocks. Now, what is price to earning ratio? P to E ratio compares a company's stock price to its earning per share, providing insight into its valuation. Different investors may have different preferences or for P to E ranges based on their investment strategies. Now, what is dividend yield? Dividend yield measures the annual dividend payment related to the stock's price. Investors interested in dividend income may filter stocks based on their desired dividend yield. Now, what are volume related filters? The average daily volume. Filtering based on average daily trading volume helps identify stocks with sufficient liquidity and trading interest. Higher volume stocks generally have better liquidity and may be preferred for active traders. Volume surge or unusual volume activity. Monitoring volume spikes or unusual trading activity can indicate significant news or events affecting the stock. Filtering for stocks with volume surges can help identify potential trading opportunities. Now we'll be talking about the fundamental filters. There are three parts to it. The first one is market capitalization. So market capitalization categorizes stocks into different size categories such as large capitalization, mid capitalization, and small capitalization. Filtering based on market capitalization help target specific segments of the market. Now the second one is earning per share. EPS represents a company's profit divided by its outstanding shares. Filtering based on EPS helps identify companies with consistent or improving profitability. Now, what is debt to equity ratio? The D to E ratio compares a company's debt to its equity and indicates its financial leverage. Filtering based on D to E ratio helps identify companies with lower debt levels or those that align with specific risk preferences. Now, let's look at a case study. So selecting a specific stock for analysis. So choose a particular stock for analysis based on investment goals, sector preferences, or a specific research interest. Apply the discussed filtering parameters such as price range, volume criteria, and fundamental ratios to narrow down the list of stocks. Additionally, incorporate technical indicators like moving averages, RSI, and MACD to further filter and refine the selection. Analyze the filtered stock based on their technical indicators, fundamental data, and overall market conditions. Interpret the results to identify potential investment opportunities or make decisions based on specific trading strategies or investment goal. Now we will have to use a database design. I have used MySQL. So using a relational database such as MySQL, the interns will design a database that can store a stock market data and allow for easy retrieval and manipulation. We can also use MongoDB and all, but I have used MySQL because it's quite normal and it's very easy to use. And they should create tables to store different types of stock data, such as stock prices, volumes, indicators, and uh, etc. I'll be showing a demo as well as the code for the database. So let's see the code. Also, there is a important line that we have used Y Finance API. It is used to collect the data and store it in a database. So let's see the code and first we. So this is the code. So I'll be highlighting some of the points. So it is very important to know what we import. So Y Finance is an API which is used for the data entry in the database. The second is MySQL connector. It is used to connect the database of MySQL to our because we are entering the data through Python code, so we'll need to connect it with our MySQL workbench. So it is MySQL connector is used for that. So NumPy library is quite famous. Now this is password. Actually, I've used an abstraction because I don't want to reveal my password. So I have used an abstraction from the password file. I have used SQL password, and this is my password file. I have stored my password in there. And the code is quite simple. So let's see the create table.
Actually, first your code is not
So
visible. Your SQL workbench is visible.
oh, is my code not visible? One second, one second. One second, I'll be sharing my screen again. One second. Sure. No, can you see the code?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So should I explain from the beginning or should I continue?
No, you can continue.
Okay. So this is the command to create the table. So we have used date as primary key. Primary key should be unique. So it's quite easy to use date for that. So and there are quite the columns that is open, high, low, close, adjustment, close, volume, 50-day EMA, RSI float, 12-day EMA, 26-day EMA. I have already shown you the formula that we have to divide the 26 EMA by 12-day EMA. So we have created separate columns for that. So it's really easy for the calculation. We want to see what is MACD line, what is the signal line, what is the actually I also do not have very in-depth knowledge because these are quite financial terms. So you will have to be financially sound. Actually, you will have to be sound in the financial knowledge to understand these terms. But yeah, I'm trying my best to comprehend as much as I can. So this is the signal line and the histogram. So these all are the column part. So I'll be showing my workbench. Actually, I've already run the code, so there is no need to run it again. And it has already created a table. So I'll be directly going to the table. So this is under tables. It is a stock data. And in the stock data, this is the table that we have been created. That is date. Date is the primary key. These are the different parameters: open, high, low, close, adjustment, close, volume, 50-day EMA, 12-day EMA, and all. So yeah, uh, demo part is quite simple as for now, but the project is not complete yet. Actually, in this presentation, I have only to create the table, but now we'll have to use this table for further analysis. And I think in the further one or two presentations, I'll be showing that as well. So let's continue with the presentation. So I've already demonstrated my project. So I'll be talking about some of the challenges what I faced. The first challenge was to obviously use Yahoo Finance because it has many parameters. We have to filter the parameters of our use and calculate the indicators based on them. The second is how to select the columns. As I have already explained you the code. So we will have to be very particular in terms of selecting the columns because it will majorly affect the result that we are expecting. So the next is NaN to zero conversion and detection. It is also a very important part that we have to detect and convert the NaN into zero. And for any questions and answers, you can ping me on my mail. That is aditya1212@gmail.com. And I'll be talking about the references. I have pretty much used only a single reference. It is a trading view screener. It has all the details about many stocks. So I got a brief idea, and the project was quite simple because I have only to connect the database with my Python code. So yeah. The next part is conclusion. So in conclusion, understanding different sources of the stock market and the significance of technical indicators is crucial for stock market analysis. By exploring various data sources like Yahoo Finance and Alpha Vantage and learning about technical indicators such as moving averages, RSI, and MACD, one can gain valuable insights into a stock selection and trading strategies. Remember, thorough research and analysis are key to successful stock market investing. And actually, I am not yet very much into this, but I am trying my best to comprehend as much as I can. Thank you. That was all with my presentation. I'm ready to take your reviews.
Are you done?
One second. I have to just stop sharing. Yeah.
Are you done? I have some questions first. I want to know how long data can you actually turn, you can say, how long data can you compare? Like how many of years of data you can compare?
I didn't get your question. Actually, his voice is breaking. Can you please come again?
Is it audible now?
Yeah, now it's audible. Please.
How long data can you compare? Means how many years of data you can compare?
No, it's not very specific about the date. Actually, when we get into the stock analysis part, we don't use very past data because already I've shown in the slides, we use the recent ones. So 2 months, 3 months to analyze the stocks, you don't want to see what happened to that stock 1 years back or the 2 years back. You just want to see the trend, that what is the recent trend of for that stock. So we can compare 2 months up to 3 months. It's not the actually I am getting your questions, but there is no any constraint about the time gap because up to how month, but in general we compare up to 2 or 3 months.
So you're saying you should only use the most previous data.
Again, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear. Can you please?
You are saying that we should use the fresh data only, right?
Yeah. I in my opinion, as much as I have researched, I think we should use the recent data. We should analyze the recent trend.
Okay. Try to add a short story to your PPT presentation so that for better understanding for your audience.
Yeah.
So like,
Uh,
okay, or try to
I'll keep it in.
don't read from reduce the text and don't read from slide directly. Explain more and less reading. Okay, you can reduce text by doing that.
Actually in this presentation it was a bit theoretical, and the terms, actually these are the financial terms, so
You
I'm
told
not
it's
able to
theoretical.
comprehend it very easily. Yeah.
So it will be better if you explain. We don't have to read, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So try to reduce the text and explain more. Okay.
Yeah. Of course.
Your flow was good and everything else was good.
Okay. Thank you. Can I leave the meeting?
Does anybody have general queries? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I leave the meeting?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Thank you.
Since we don't have any presenters or any general queries, this concludes our today's session. We'll continue. Thank you. Go ahead.